Yo, it's cracking YouTube. Wow, let me turn to the light. I'm dark. See, it's okay to have dark-skinned friends and, you know, lighten up the situation for them so you can see the motherfuckers in pictures. You know, because I think a lot of people may be kind of uncomfortable with, you know, their dark skin. But remember, it's melanin. You know, you're actually getting more information from the sun, and the chemtrails block that shit. That's why chemtrails are important, because you're supposed to be getting UV information. If you want to know how connected you are, females, black females, tune into this. The reason why you are so connected to the sun and its activity is due to the sunspot activity. And Maurice Cotterell, he's on YouTube, he did a lot of great research on this subject, and he says that the women's menstrual cycle is 28 days, 28, 28, 32. Okay, now that's not coming from me, that's coming from a motherfucking physicist. You know, Maurice Cotterell, I respect his work so much. Trying to think of another guy, Ubuntu. That's the name of his group. The computer society, the computer nerds, dorks, whoever the fuck they are, they took Ubuntu and then they made an operating system. But Ubuntu is really a group based in South Africa. I'm trying to think of this guy's name. He's fucking phenomenal. It'll come to me later. But look up Ubuntu. Stray away from the operating system. That's a fucking trap. But the idea is that a group, us people getting together, informed people getting together and saying, you know what? What's going on in the world is fucked. And we're just sitting here just kind of taking it on the chin. You know, we all know what's wrong. We all, you know, but we're sitting here like cowards. You know, that's why we're easily tipped. You know, tips, you know, money maybe. You know what I'm saying? Some temporary gratification. Albert Pike, the most racist white man ever, the only Confederate general to have a fucking statue in Washington, D.C., said that you can't retire when those are ill-gotten gains. Now, this is what we go back here when we're looking at the tree of life, because y'all niggas don't know about the tree of life. And I tell you what, in the Bible thumpers, listen up. Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. Right? Lest ye put forth your hand and take also of the tree of life. Okay, this is the secret. You might see it looking like this, like this. This is the ancient technology, the T for Tammuz, TMZ. Tammuz, TMZ, Tammuz, TMZ. Yeah, it's real. You know, they're really fucking with you people. They're fucking with us all, not you people. It's all of us. You know, there is no black, there is no brown, there is no white. There's only, God made one race, the human race. Image and likeness, one face. Why is it that our skeletal structure is similar to our dogs or cats? If you really fucking look at our skeletal structure, you know, our bones and joints are put together, our eyes, or the amount of teeth we have in our mouth. Even our impulses. The only difference is the limbic brain. And I learned that in Anthropology 101. We have a limbic brain. That's what separates us from chimpanzees. So the fact that Liberians are eating monkeys, you're eating humans. Because what, 99%, you know, difference? That's not very fucking much. We have accepted so much as people only because it has been a chemistry or an alchemical experience. This is also an alchemical experience. And it can be demonstrated if you're honest. If you're not honest, then you won't get this shit. Because you're going to be sitting there like, oh, a skeptic. You know, Skeptic Steve. You know what I mean? I'll call you Skeptic Steve. Like Steve on that fucking Candyland plantation. I'm glad I'm looked at that. You know what I mean? Because you can't call Uncle Tom anymore because you haven't read Uncle Tom's Cabin. Right? Period. Because Uncle Tom died for his oath. He believed in Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is Greek, so no wonder you motherfuckers don't get it. That's why we're acting crazy as fuck. Because we've settled and we said that, okay, the teachers that are teachers now, the old people with the gray hair, look. The old people with the gray hair, I'm 36. Old enough to be president in this motherfucker, but I never asked for it. Right? So the elders in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you block so much potential. There's so much potential in the tree of life. And you cats are scared as a motherfucker of the tree of life. It's in the Bible. It's called Zohar. It's not a man. It's a philosophy. Genesis chapter 3 verse 22. Sorry, I knew I was about to connect with something, but you know, there's so much thoughts. But let's go back to the word, right? Let's go back to the law. Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. Lest ye put forth also, okay, after you know good and evil, knowing that your God's lowercase g, not capital G, lowercase g. God's in yourself, in your own mind. Though the Lord, you are the Lord of your own land. You have the God in you, Emmanuel, the God within. First seek ye the kingdom. Which kingdom? That's going to Greek now. The God within. And by the way, Isaiah's Christos. It's not just the Strong's Concordance, it's you. You're the truth. You're the measure. Not me. I can't tell you no motherfucking truth. The truth is in you. And then you go to Revelations chapter 22, verse 14. And what does that tell you? Blessed is he who does his commandments. He'll have his, you know, right to his name in the book of life. You know, I don't know verbatim, but it talks about the tree of life, and it says without. That's like sin censura. Jose Luis. I used to love watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? Before I go to class. Jose Luis. You know what I'm saying? Or nap. But without are dogs, female dogs. Now, Revelations chapter 22, verse 14 says some very specific things. Now, we know what a female dog is called, right? So you wonder why? Bitch this, bitch that, bitch this, bitch that. Because you're not doing your motherfucking commandments. You want to look at somebody else and tell them that they're not doing their commandments. Nigga, do your own. And this goes for every pastor. This goes for every motherfucking, somebody wants to read the Bible and try to tell me that the Bible is telling me this, the Bible's telling me that. Yes, the Bible is telling you things. And once you get to a certain age, you have done those things. You have prostrated yourself. You have sacrificed yourself. You have dedicated yourself. I worked for 19 years in this motherfucker. First job was in the Navy in this motherfucker. CB in this motherfucker. Jesus was he did construction. So I learned architecture. I learned foundation. That's important. If you don't know structure, you won't know the building that you're in, why it was created. It's a tower. You in a skyscraper, it's a tower. A tower to reach the heavens. Cielo in Espanol. Cielo, celestial. The celestial bodies as they revolve in the ether. Whose ether? My ether? Your ether, motherfucker. The spheres of influence. See, I'm teaching this Kabbalah shit, man. Y'all got to get on YouTube, research the Kabbalah, research the Zohar with a Z-Z-O-H-A-R or S-O-H-A-R. I believe both are written that way in the Bible. Zohar, you think is a human being, but it's really not. That was the trickery of the Latin language, pig Latin, puerco, Latin. Latin de puerco, I don't know how the fuck you say it. Latino puerco? Sounds good like that, right? Puerco Latino. But it's pig Latin. 500 years old about, you know what I'm saying, this language. It's not that fucking old. And everybody wants to get all, had a hubris about it. Like, oh yeah, I speak English. You need to speak English if you come to this country. That's some fucking coward ass shit. For you bitches if you ain't got this. Straight up. And then look at you. These motherfuckers dominators, you just pay taxes. Oh, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. I think Caesar deserves a motherfucking knife in the back of his motherfucking head. I don't know about you. Based on the outcomes, prudence. You know, prudence, oh, there's a word. It's in the Bible. Prudence. Prudence, but y'all motherfuckers don't do it. Your cardinal virtues. Read something, goddammit. Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. It's a fucking godsend. I read this when I was in jail. He got converted because because of the motherfucker that wrote the Lord of the Rings, Tolkien or something is his name. So he converted C.S. Lewis to Christianity. But see, everybody when they hear Christianity, like, oh, I gotta go to church every Sunday and be a fucking duck. Man, you ain't no motherfucking clay duck. Ain't nothing wrong with being a Christian, but you gotta learn that the name Christian came from Antioch. That's why I like the Hebrew Israelites. Y'all out there, y'all a cult. Just like the motherfucking the church, y'all a cult. You know, the way you act, right? Oh, you gotta be acting like this, brother. You gotta be acting like this, brother. Nigga, fuck that. I don't gotta be acting like nothing, nigga. I act like my motherfucking self. The way God made me. His image, his likeness. Not yours. And not your motherfucking group. Groucho Marx said, anybody that would have you as a member, I don't want to be a part of any club that would have me as a member. For real. Fuck being a Hebrew Israelite. Plus, you're putting two words together that you shouldn't be putting together anyway. You know, gracias, Dr. Ali Muhammad. Amadu Nakti. I gotta remember your name. If you would call me, I really remember your name. For real. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy, man. Mere Christianity. Learn the white magic. That's what I'm saying. The white magic. And even, like I said, Albert Pike. Morals and Dogma. Y'all know if you motherfuckers want to read, they hide everything from niggas. A lot of niggas out there. White niggas, black niggas, brown niggas, yellow niggas. Morals and Dogma. Scottish Rite Freemasonry. He fucking says he got his fucking game from the Etruscans. If you motherfuckers watch Exodus, in the beginning scenes when they're pulling the fucking guts out and they're reading the guts, they got a sage right there like a Sagittarius, seers. Sage, seers, overseers. Motherfuckers, y'all know a lot. You just scared. But when they pulling the guts out and they're reading the future, that's the Etruscan shit. Black shit, African spirituality. Learn the Dogons, nigga. Learn the Dogons. Who rebuilt Washington, D.C. after the British came in and burnt this motherfucker down? It was a Dogon. Benjamin Banneker. Dogon. Master Mason. You'll understand Master Mason if you read Morals and Dogma. I'm going to give these out as wedding gifts. You know what I'm saying? Really, there's some great wedding gifts. This will teach you about who the fuck you are. And if these motherfucking racist people want to call me a boor, you know what I'm saying? You want to call me a boor? I'm not a boor. I'm Django, bitch.